Okay, so how many of you has ever downloaded an app, opened it up, and never came back? Yeah. So how about some of you that were wondering about this app but not so sure, but you ended up downloading it and you happen to use it periodically? Not bad. I wonder why. Yes. So at the beginning, first when the smartphone were released, mobile apps were just made to satisfy basic user needs, such as calculations, adding contacts to your phone, maybe playing with the snake game, probably. But and they didn't really care about user experience. Didn't matter at all as long as they could have this few utility going on. So that was like a very fancy smartphone already. But that was the past. Right now, smartphone is the smartphone era. So basically, smartphones are very powerful these days. And the mobile apps are evolving, and they're becoming very, very, very competitive. And so what makes an app stand out and makes you want to keep on using it? It's all about the user experience. So the user experience starts to matter. Well, in fact, the user experience plays like the most important role for your application to convert. I guess you guys have heard this word a lot of time. Conversion rate, maybe. So what is conversion rate? So conversion rate is mainly the number of visitor that that performs an action over the total amount of visitors in your app. Conversion rate doesn't only happen in e-commerce app, but it also happens everywhere, every type of app, like traveling, social media, entertainment, music app, and game app, fitness, etc. But today, I'm gonna focus on e-commerce. So, as you guys have heard probably, e-commerce and mobile conversion rate has been increasing linearly lately for the past probably 6 or 7 years. And statistics shows that by the year of 2021, 72% of retail on e-commerce will come from mobile apps. And that is 3.56 trillion of revenue. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I can see all of you thinking about starting a e-commerce app right after this presentation. So before you're able to do that, you need to know what are your conversion goal for your app. So basically, conversion goal is the objective you set based on actions the user will take. So basically, conversion goals for an app, probably e-commerce app will be people to go through the checkout cart, to use your favorite list, to register, log in, etc. So how do we make that happen? How do we make your conversion goal happen with user experience? So I'm gonna talk to you about the 9 top user experience that will make a very successful e-commerce app. So the first one is the product view. So basically, you want the user to be able to go into your product page and find the items very clearly. They should know where to find it. They should know, yeah. We also have the favorite list. You do want your user to remember to be able to go back to the products they probably they were hesitating, or to be able to compare them to the rest of the items they've chosen. So this gives them the liberty to be able to use the application for a bit, go out and come back and make the purchase. Navigation. So there are 4 ways to do navigation. So there is the hamburger menu, the search engine, of course, the login logo to go back to the main homepage, and what's the fourth one? I don't remember. Just kidding. So the fourth one will be the breadcrumbs. So that's where you see where to find the product. So in which category you can find it and easily go back to it. Filters and sort. So this is a very, very important part of your application. You want the user to easily find what they're looking at. This filter and sort should be in a separate page, and it should be functional and let them do their search as fast as possible. And the cart, of course, the shopping bag. So in the shopping bag, you should have very, very clear of the items you put inside. Having the pictures of your product, they should all be accessible, they should be all clickable. Of course, they should include the price, and they should be able to be modified and deleted. The checkout. So the checkout is where most of the applications loses their client. When they go to a checkout, they see all this crazy steps that they have to do. They have to put in their credit card. They're just, okay, no way. I'm not gonna spend all this time just to buy this little thing. So what is a good practice is to make the step as little as possible, as simple as possible. So that will be not having to register or log in. So you should be able to purchase by being a guest. You should be able to have a quick payment method, just like having PayPal and Apple Pay, because a lot of people usually don't like to leave their credit card information online, especially those who just like use the app for first time. They're like, not so sure whether this is like a legit app or not. So PayPal and Apple Pay are your best option. Also the delivery method, that is very important. So after you fill out all your information and you pay for it, you want to know when you're gonna get a product. So make sure that you have your delivery information very clearly, have the address you want it to be delivered, also the dates, and whether it is possible to do a click and collect way of delivery, pickup. Okay, so registration. So the registration and sign-in should only appear in 2 scenarios. One is when you click on your account, and the second one just before the checkout. This should never appear before. Anywhere else, actually. So remember this. And they should also. You should also allow the user to do quick connect with their social media like Facebook and Instagram maybe. Forms, okay, so you should avoid this to the maximum. You should not use forms if you can, because it's a nightmare. So if you have to, you should do it as simple as you can, as dynamic as you can, very precise of what you want the user to put inside, and all the mandatory fields. And last but not least, the in-app message, of course. I'm sure all of you have this like message popping up after like certain amount of inactivity in the app. They come you, hey, come back and check this out. Yeah, the very annoying notification, but it actually works. It actually makes you want to go and say, oh yeah, I haven't checked this out for quite a bit. Maybe I should click in and see what's new, what's the latest. So this is one of the method that you can get your user hooked, engaged, re-engaged actually, into your mobile application. So above are the 9 ways to convert your app through user experience. And thank you very much.